More than 2 weeks after deadly flooding in Texas, authorities say there are fewer people missing than first thought. Just 3 people remain missing now, a massive drop from nearly 100. The announcement comes after people who had previously been reported missing have since been accounted for. So that's a bit of good news. At the state level, Governor Abbott is now stepping up, calling on lawmakers to put flood protection front and center as a new special session gets underway today. Local leaders and families in Kerr County say stronger action is overdue and demanding long-term fixes to prevent future disasters. Jorge Ventura joining us once again in San Antonio with the latest and some of the changes Jorge lawmakers are proposing here.
Hey, good morning, Marni. So Governor Greg Abbott says that today's priority would be those flood-related items to the agenda in today's special session that is set to begin later today in Austin. Governor Abbott also adding 4 flood-related items to that session agenda following those deadly flash floods in Hill Country region on the July 4th. Those items do include flood warning systems, flood emergency communications, relief funding, and natural disaster prep and recovery. Now, residents on the ground that we spoke to in Kerr County say that the devastating floods on the 4th exposed critical gaps in the state's disaster preparedness infrastructure. Many of the communities in that Hill Country region lack adequate warning systems. This special session will give an opportunity to state lawmakers to address flood warning systems and possibly just reshape the entire emergency communications for Hill Country region and for Greater Texas. Now, during a previous session, state lawmakers failed to pass a bill that would have established a statewide plan to improve Texas disaster response. House Bill 13 called for the plan to include the use of outdoor warning sirens like those used in tornado-prone areas in Texas and develop new emergency alert systems. State Rep. Paul Beckencourt says that he would propose legislation to ensure that people are alerted with sirens along watersheds instead of notifications on their phones that could be silenced or missed. And Marni, the residents that we spoke to say they are in support of a system that does include sirens. Many of the residents that we spoke with say that those phone notifications simply are not enough, especially in those pre-dawn hours when those flash floods hit that Hill Country region on the 4th of July, Marni.
Yeah, and talk more about some of the people that you've spoken with, their specific accounts about the lack of warning system in the times before the flood hit, Jorge.
So, Marni, we interviewed numerous residents in Kerr County. That's the county that was mostly impacted by those flash floods. It did also suffer the majority of the fatalities. We spoke to a woman, her name is Olivia Blackburn, who said that in those first hours of those flash floods, she witnessed her neighbor and their entire family swept into the Guadalupe River, only really having moments to react. She says that those phone notifications did not do enough to alert the community there. She says if there was a proper siren system in place, her neighbor's lives could have been saved. Take a listen.
Phone alarms are not enough. Those weren't enough to save our neighbors, save all the campers and everybody else. It's just heartbreaking because there's nothing you can do about it. And now we're just sweeping the area. The families have been here and we're not finding anything, you know, besides baby shoes, baby toys, and diapers.
Now, that special session is expected to last at least 30 days, and it's important to remember that state lawmakers can only vote on those items that were approved by Governor Greg Abbott.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.